Good morning. This is Bernade Fernoy over here in the studio. Why is not that light on? Well, anyway, we're up in here. I wanted to paint a cute ice cream cone. I want to do the birdhouse. I want to do the watermelon. I want to do so many cute things. So this is a little piece of wood. Of course, you know, we paint on paper. We paint on canvas. We do all the things. And I love learning. So I don't have it all perfected yet, but I've got some things under control. I hope the microphone, let me double check to make sure that that is cool. I think it is. I think it automatically turns it on, but sometimes, you got to double check. System preferences. All right, so that's not going to where we need to go. Well, anyway, I'm just going to assume I've plugged it in the same way, and every time it opts to this new microphone, so I'm good about that. So I wanted to just make sure that we were live. That's what I was just checking, and we are. I've got my paint, I've got my water, well, a little water, and I've got my brushes right off camera here. I don't have my overhead. This is my overhead. And I think I'm going to go ahead and get that plugged up and ready to go. So in the meantime, I'm going to find some of this delicious music. Let's see if it's playing. If you were a guest, you would get one of these links to join. So I sent myself the link to join. So if ever you feel like, you know what, I can get on there and paint with her, come on and do it. I invite you. So let me pop in. Enter studio. Making me put a name out here. I'm just going to put their name. Put a heart. So now, I'm in here. So I can go back and forth, and I love that. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this over here. All over. Trying to figure out where my light is over here. I've done some other painting outside of the studio, which has been kind of cool. So I think I got this down. Right. That's good. So now let's put this down. All right. Put this here. Take that over. Take that over. see. Yeah, I have no idea why we're sitting here fighting with this. But it happens. Let me leave the stream and let's see if we can go back. Now, technically, all of this stuff, of course, you want this to happen before you go live. Every now and again. All right. Let's see if I can go back to my link. Let me take this off because it is not allowing me to press it. And that's what I'm not sure about. Let's go back into the studio. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm sure it's a simple button, but God knows I cannot find it. So I don't think we're going to worry about it too much longer. I don't know why I can't flip my screen today. I'll check my video here. That's good. You know, it's one thing or the other, but I tell you what, we don't let that stop us. Okay, so why? Let's check the mic and camera. Mic working. Yes. Camera. Why did I flip it? Yes, I did. I just broke up the disc over this way. But anyway, here we go. Let me make sure I'm in here. And it's upside down. So we're going to paint this upside down. That's what we're going to do. I don't know what flavor you like. I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. I don't know what flavor you like. You could paint it any flavor you want. Today, I don't know which. Let me move this back. Okay, good. So I'm going to be painting upside down. Lord help us. But that's what we're going to do. I've got a couple of other cutes here that I would like to maybe paint coming up. And this cupcake is really, really cute. So your imagination, you know, is what helps you actually create. Now, this is crazy. This is upside down, isn't it? Well, anyway, we're going to rock on. I've got my paints and everything right here. Let's do a little bit of strawberry. And we'll come back when we got more of our act together. I'm going to throw a little bit of that magenta right there. You don't need a lot because I'm not doing this on canvas. This little wood doesn't require a lot. So let me go ahead, shake this up, squeeze this out a little bit. I like to show you how I add the paint because then you kind of know all the steps. I'm going to add a little bit of, do I have a little bit of brown already? I have a little bit of brown already. We could make our own like we did with the sand. This is what? Melted chocolate. But of course, you can get a, a brown that would be closer to the actual waffle cone. And this is actually the color. So I'm going to squeeze out just a little bit. We need more. It's right here. I'm going to bring a little bit of black, just a smidge, not a lot. Yeah, I don't know what in the world a little camera was thinking. We're going to aim this down just a little bit more. And realize. Okay, so let me angle that up just a smidge. Is that good? Nope, we got to get closer this way. Over. Yep. I'm going in the right direction now. We're ready. You probably could have painted 3 in the time that I was in here trying to figure it out. I've got my brushes. I've got my little smidge of water. I need more up in here. I've got my little wax paper to protect my table. It could be a paper towel, but this is what I like to use in here. And we reuse and reuse our paint. So I've got a little magenta. Well, where am I going? Did it freeze? It sure did. Got a little magenta. Got a little white. Got just a little smidge of brown. Got a little bit of black. Let's see what we can come up with. What size brush? This would be good for maybe, yeah, we can go ahead and get started with that. Sometimes you want to make sure your brush is not too big or too small for the job. Okay. And we, like I said, had a vending event this weekend, so I don't have all my lights and everything, so it's kind of a little off in here today. Let's see, are we going to do this? So can we swing this way? Or do we need to do this? I think if we did that, then that makes it a little easier for people to see. Okay. So let's see, I am painting upside down. What do I want to do first? How about I do the cone color first? I like to usually mix things right onto the wood. You don't have to. You could mix up a little bit of, and I don't have this on camera. You can mix up a little bit of brown. Just want to make sure it's visible. There we go. Mix up a little bit of brown right there. I probably should have a little bit of yellow out here to warm this brown up. And so that's pretty much it. You got your brown cone. What is the term now? Say less. Squeeze out a little bit of yellow. Just to warm it up so it's not so grayed out. Okay. All right. So I've got a little paint on the side, so I'm just going to smooth that out. And let's see. How about if we say the light is coming from this direction? So we're going to add just a little bit more brown over here to make this kind of like a shadow, to make it feel a little more three-dimensional. And we may have to wait till it dries a little bit. I'm dabbing just a little bit on. Of course, we can check this out. And like I said, it does not help me that I'm painting upside down. But the show must go on. And if you want, you could go ahead and add your little crisscrosses in here, just to give a little bit of an indication of that waffle. I'm going back over this one because it was a little harsh. Now this is a little bit in that shadow, so I don't mind that one being. Let me go pick up a little bit more of that brown. I'm glad you can kind of see me doing this right here. And I just want to kind of hit that dark brown over in the shadow area. And my brush right now is too wide right now. Let me see if I can flatten that out by cleaning out some of the paint and now going back to pick up. Okay, so I'm okay with that. Let's get close. I'm okay with this. Why is my camera freezing, y'all? But anyway, it is. All right, so I'm cleaning out my brush. And as I don't know if you can see, I like to just dip in, let the water absorb, and then smush out the paint onto the surface as opposed to totally making the water muddy. I don't know, I've been doing that for a while. And like I said, sometimes when you're out and about and you've got limited water, that was just the easiest, fastest way for me to do that and to conserve a little bit of water. All right, so this brush keeps splitting up. I may have had too much paint in here at one point, but it's nice and flat now. All right, let's go ahead and get on down to the main event. Is this strawberry? I'm just going to add a little bit of paint right onto the surface. Grab just a little smidge of water because I know it's going to really absorb. I'm adding this white. I almost want it to just be vanilla now. So I know that adding a little bit of that white inside of this, adding a little bit of white with a little bit of water, not a lot, just a smidge, it absorbs into the wood, and then that makes it less thirsty. What does that mean? Less thirsty means that now the color that you put on top, it will blend a little bit better. Okay. And all I did was just kind of put like a little corner of my brush inside of the magenta. So I'm just going to go ahead and, because once again, like I said, this is going to be like the underside right here. This is going to be like that little round sphere. You want to make it feel 3D. And I'm going to have to turn this upside down because I don't know what I'm doing. I can get it. We want to make sure we got plenty of that. Okay. All right. And all I'm doing now is just kind of blending and smoothing the color. Okay. So adding a little bit of this magenta just straight right here and just curving it around will help you with that three-dimensional feeling. I'm going to pop a little bit right here. Of course, the camera's freezing again, and then that makes it feel a little bit more 3D. Let me smooth it out a little bit. You need some of that darkness right down over here too. So I'm able to blend it a little bit because I added just a little, I bought a little time by adding a little bit of white below it. Okay, so I think that's blending up okay. Let's see, let me make sure I got this going the right way. And I think that's it. Okay, that is it. Let me remove this one from the stream and come on in here with you. Easy peasy. I know the lights are kind of bright a little bit, but here we go. We've got a little cone. Let's see if I can get in here and give you a little bit more of that light. Tilt, tilt. Yeah. So that's it. Make sure, I don't know if it's in all the links. I may have to add it to Twitter, but in the link, in the comment section, there is a link that you can go to my website and you can join my list and get, is it another cone or popsicle or something there? It's the watermelon. Here's my watermelon painting. Do I have that right here? There is a printout where you can go ahead and get a complimentary printout, and there are a couple of other things in that folder. So go ahead, get that. Should I paint this tomorrow? Or should I do another flavor? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Well, thank you for popping in. This one was a short, sweet one. Short and sweet. Where's the sound effects? Anyway, I'm out of here today. I just wanted to pop in a little bit and let you know that you can paint this too. I want to give you easy, simple ways to make your paint party paintings successful. So I don't want you to have fear. Go to one, host one, invite me to host it, or purchase some art kits. Paint, it's relaxing. It's really fun. And you can get you a couple of these and have a good time with your family, your friends. And it's great sometimes at the office to just kind of get away. Sometimes when you're solving a visual problem, your mind kind of clicks and thinks about how to solve maybe a more pressing problem. It just kind of opens it up. You're being creative, and then it's like, I've been going at this problem this way, this way, this way. It's not working. But when you're in here relaxing, sometimes when you're dancing or cooking, planting a flower, doing something with your hands that will bring some visual beauty or audible beauty if you play music or speak well or have poetry. Create something. It's good for the mind, good for the heart. Do I need to put that on a t-shirt? I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to sign on up out of here. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for joining.